Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, you will gain a clear understanding of generative AI, AI agents, and agentic AI. Three popular terms that are often used interchangeably, even though they represent different concepts. Let me repeat, they represent different concepts. Generative AI, AI agents, and agentic AI. Okay, by the end of this video, you will know exactly what separates them and see 10 real world example of each in action. So let us start with the Gen AI. Gen AI is nothing but the generative AI. So there are some processes in it. So how the Gen AI models are built. So first of all, we actually do the data collection and the preparation. There are 5 phases to it. Data collection and preparation. Then we have model training, and then we do fine tuning and alignment of that model. Then we do testing and evaluation, and then deployment continuous improvement will be there. So in the data collection and the preparation first part, what we do massive amount of text, code, images, and other data are collected from the different sources. Then we clean them, we filtered and tokenized to create high quality training data sets. Okay. The second part is model training. So model training, how the model will be, once the model is, trained, once the model is built, we have to train and we have to create the model, right? But a deep neural networks. So we will learn deep neural network, right? So in there, so there will be a transformer. Okay, typically a transformer. That deep neural network is nothing but a transformer. So that learns pattern by predicting the next word, token, or pixel, adjusting billions of parameters through repeated training on powerful GPU TPUs. Let me tell you, the CPU will not be considered here. It requires that training requires a lot of resources that comes from the that is powered by GPU or TPUs. Okay, you would have heard Nvidia. They provide good GPU, and it costs more also. It is very expensive affair to train the model, but certainly you need to have a GPU to you know uh, build your ChatGPT model, GPT kind of model also. Okay, then we have fine tuning and alignment. So the pre-trained model is further trained on the domain specific data and refined using techniques like supervised fine tuning and human feedback. Okay, so if there are something happens, we always have the human in loop, right? Human kind of feedback to improve accuracy, safety, and helpfulness. Okay, so if there is something wrong, so if model is hallucinating, right? If it is giving some different or incorrect answer which you are not expecting, right? So always there will be scope to improve the accuracy and safety also. Okay, so that part is done in the fine tuning and alignment. Then we have testing and evaluation. So the model is evaluated using benchmark data set. It will always be evaluated based on some kind of benchmarking. Benchmarking is always required, right? Some we are following. If you have to do good in your cricket or some sport, right? You always have some kind of role model, ideal person, right? Or okay, so you always follow that. You always follow that guy. Okay, here the model is evaluated using the benchmark data set. So that accuracy matrix, reasoning test, bias, and safety checks will be there. Hallucination, as I said, right? Hallucination detection, and adversarial testing to verify quality and robustness of that model. Okay, so these are the basically the benchmarks, right? So these are the benchmark data sets, accuracy matrix, and all that. We will know about that accuracy matrix, precision, and everything, right? Bias, how to handle bias, and how to check safety. Safety checks is done. Hallucination detection. Everything we will learn in coming videos. So that is how the GPT is kind of this model is built, and then it generates the new content. The fourth part we have covered, and then the once everything is done, testing and evaluation is done, we have confirmed that the quality and the robustness of that model, and we ensure that certain algorithm behind the model, right, works properly fine. Then it is time to deploy the model. Okay, so after release, user feedback, monitoring, and periodic retraining or your or fine tuning are used to fix issues, improve performance, and keep the model aligned with the evolving requirement. What happens in this phase, like you have trained your data till maybe December 2025, and if some concepts come after 2025, okay, then your model will not be knowing. what to answer to the user queries. If someone is asking like what is the date, what is the weather today, right? My model might not be knowing about that because it is trained on some predefined data set. Okay, and that data set we have gathered till December 2025, right? So it might not be knowing the current status of the weather, right? So we have to have some thinking model. So there are some different model. We go and attach that model to different agents that we are going to learn, um, that we are going to discuss about that. Okay, so don't worry about that. In the next slide we are going to cover that. So once everything is done, so deployment and continuous improvement is done. Okay, so we will be deploying that model, and then we will be fine tuning, um, you know uh, to fix the issues if there are any. Now there comes, so here you can see the chat gpt writes text, Midjourney paints images. Okay, so this Midjourney paints images, GitHub Copilot write codes, and Suno composes music. These are the app basically, chat gpt. So these are the nothing but the model. Okay, these are the model. Okay, it is getting the data and then it is generating the new content, okay, based on its learned data. The data set is it has learned against, so this model. Okay, so it will derive, it will generate the new content based on its training, how the training was done. Okay, so practical use case: marketing, copy, concept art, chatbots, code assistant, and rapid content drafting for the creators. Okay, we'll get to know about this Python code and all in the coming episodes. Next, let me go to the AI agents. So what is AI agents now? So this is a system that sense its environment, decide what to do, and acts on its own to reach a goal. So that is nothing but the AI agent, artificial agents. How it works? It runs a perceive. Okay, it perceive. So what it does in perceiving part of it. So an AI agent receives a user goal, first of all, gather context and collect information from available data sources, API or sensors. Okay, then it will what it do? It will reason. It will perform the reasoning and the plan. The AI agent uses an ALLM to analyze the task, create plan, decide which tools or API to use, and determine the sequence of actions. Okay, and then it has, so in this reasoning part we always heard about that rag technique. We have heard about the MCP servers and all that. So those fits into this particular reasoning and the planning category, right? So we always have something or other, right? So we through LLM it actually understand your, it analyze basically LLM, which is kind of acting as a brain. So it is nothing but the brain itself, right, in AI. So that ALLM to analyze the task, and based on the task it will create the plan and decide which tool or API to be called. Okay, so it will redirect that intent. So it will identify the intent and it will redirect to the next you know appropriate tool or API, required or a required tool or API to use. Okay, that matches the intent of the user. Okay, so and then determine the sequence of actions also. Once that is done, then we actually this AI agent perform the third part, which is your execution. Okay, so act and respond. So agent execute the required actions, evaluate the result, and retries or adjust if needed, and delivers the final outcome to the user. So it is kind of one task, okay, which is being performed by the agent. So that is nothing but the AI agent. So based on the intent, it identifies the next set of action, and then it performs the task and give the user output back to the user, give the output back to the user. Real world example could be the self-driving car perception. So basically what is happening here is like uh, it collects like the self driving car perception system will be there. Then it they yeah, so perception system, and Sri Alexa, and the next next and the algorithm training bots are the example of AI agents. So they are trained to or they are made to perform one single task basically. And basically they know their task very well. Okay, so practical use cases here are like 25 24 7 customer support bots, and then smart home automation, fraud detection system. So you will not be having some kind of a person sitting all over 24/7 responding to the user query. Rather, that task can be performed by the AI agent, and one deterministic and a predefined set of task can be achieved through the AI agent. So this is the flow: perceiving, and then then decide what needs to be this is the perception, and then based on the this one decision it takes. Okay, the reasoning basically after the perceivance, perceive, it will go decide, make the reason and plan, and then it will act. Okay, execute the required actions. So and then again it will perceive. So this, there will be a loop again, the this perseverance, like if that thing whatever has been planned doesn't work, what kind of next set of actions should be taken, right? So that is self learning. A thing will be there in this AI agent. Okay, so room temperature, perceive room temperature and decide. So this is the code. I mean, basic simple logic. So heat on, cool on based on the temperature. Okay, after what it perceives, so it has to decide, and then it will actually take action. Next is agentic AI. Well, agentic AI is a is an AI system that can independently plan, make decisions, and execute multiple tasks. Okay, so it can execute multiple tasks to achieve a goal with a minimal human intervention. It uses a reasoning, memory, and external tools such as API, databases, or the web services to adopt based on result and changing conditions. Okay, so we can take the example of like let me go back. Take the example of this AutoGPT style research assistant, autonomous coding agent like Claude Code, multi-agent workflow tools, and all that, right? So one of the perfect example for the multi-agent is like your an AI travel assistant that researches, okay, flights, compare prices, okay, book tickets, reserve hotels, and update your itinerary automatically. So what happens if something goes wrong with a flight, and if your flight get cancelled? So another agent will collaborate with the first agent will collaborate with the second agent, and if the flight cancel, then there will be another agent invoked, and it will do the flight booking for you. Okay, so what is happening here is like uh, your 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 planner agent breaks the big goal basically, and they do all these, they perform the task all together. Okay, so the planner agent breaks a big goal into subtasks, then delegates each one to the specialized helper agents. So that is how the planner works, and it give the task subtask to each agent, and they will perform their task. Suppose the flight booking and the hotel booking, and then your weather checks and also will be done here. Okay, and then it will update the itinerary. Maybe there will be another agent. So that is how these things work. I mean, then it will invoke the MMT, maybe then MMT, maybe your then hotel booking apps, or some weather API will get called. So it will collect if the flight get cancelled, then it will loop in, and then it will check for another available flight, and then book it. Okay, so with manual, I mean with least manual intervention, it will do your task. So that is how, I mean, they are going they are built to assist the humans. Okay, so that is how, I mean, this agentic AI also works. Okay, so automated research reports, end to end software builds. Okay, so there you would have heard about that AI orchestration. So that is example of agentic AI. This Claude itself, right? When you use the Claude, right, you search for something and you ask Claude to give some code, or maybe plan something, right? So it will check in the internet and all available sources, and all the agent will it will break down the big goal into the subtask, and give those tasks to multi agents, different agents, and they get the data back to the user. Okay, so that is how this agentic AI, works. Multiple AI agents plan, collaborate, and use tools together to complete complex multi-steps goal. This orchestration. This is the multi-agent orchestration, right? So there is a planner, and there will be big goal broken down into the subtask, and then all those a task will be delegated to specialized helper agents in this agentic AI workflow. And these are the real world examples of generative Gen AI agents and agentic AI. So I've been telling about all these, right? So ChatGPT Midjourney for the AI art generation for the images. It is trained on the images. It is trained on the huge number of text and all drafting contents. Git Pilot is trained on the code itself. Adobe Firefly creates assets, Jasper, then 11 Labs, and all these are the examples. All these apps you would have come across. Suno is for AI music composition. So these are the tools and the apps for the AI agents, Perplexity, Claude, okay, Intercom, all these, Zendesk, Excel, Copilot, automation task, Copilot's workspace, Amazon, Rufus. You would have heard about this shopping agent and all, right? So this is AI agent. They are, trained to, perform one, task at a time. So these are tasks done by the agent, AI agent. And there comes, whenever we are telling about this agentic AI, so always think about multiple agents. AI agents is one single agent, multiple agents which works, which collaborate and work together to achieve the big goal. Okay, so multi-agent system that plans. So this is Devin, AutoGPT, Claude is another. Again, one more example: supply chain optimization bots, multi-agent fraud detection, autonomy in the bank. This is happening in the bank or the financial institution, right? So, and then autonomous trading agent teams, warehouse robot orchestration. So these are the example. Okay, AI run marketing campaigns. So these tasks are performed by the agentic AI, through agentic AI, where the big goal is broken down into the subtask. Here is a big goal into subtask, and then delegate each one to the those subtasks to a specialized helper agent. So I hope, you have learned something very good. So that's the difference. A generative AI creates, AI agents act, and agentic AI orchestrate. All three are already running. You know, the tools that you every day use, that is Chat GPT or Claude also, right? So you can think of like those tools as like basically, not only these tool has multi agent already in place. Okay, to delegate the task to the right agents. Okay. So if this helped, drop a like and subscribe for more breakdowns like this one. See you in the next video. Till then, keep learning, and thank you for watching.